All right, man. Peace, everybody, man. We're gonna wait for some of y'all to come in here, man. Now, listen, man. Shout out to Cardi B, man, and shout out to Tasha K, man. But as I looked a little bit deeper into it, man, we're gonna get right to it though. I feel like, something's a little bit suspicious here. Just a little bit. But we already know back in 2022, I think of April 2022, if I'm not mistaken, but 2022, you already know the judgment. He owed 4 point something million. Now her crib out there in Lawrence, Georgia is up for sale right now. And she said that she's selling it due to maintenance and she had it rented out to renters. Okay, cool. But at the end of the day, regardless of the fact, that house, whatever you get out of that, it definitely get broken off to Cardi B. Now, we'll get into it in a minute. I want to go to the crib. We're gonna go on an inside tour of the house. The house is ridiculous. It's dope, man. Oh, nigga, that YouTube money got you that, Tasha K? Salute. Bitch, I ain't mad at you, nigga. Okay? Shit. I mean, I got my own crib. It's nice though, but it ain't like that. Ain't nowhere near that motherfucker shit. Okay? I was about to say something else. I ain't putting my personal business out there, but shit. I wouldn't mind living in that mansion, but the only thing I find suspicious now, I'm no lawyer, but I know some legal things, and I did some research here. So we're gonna go in a little bit deep. Now, the judgment was done 2022. The husband, Shekna, whatever, he owns this property that we're about to look at. He owns the property, and it was sold in 2025. Now, by them doing that, Cardi's lawyer can take it to the judge and look at it as being suspicious because it was done after the judgment. It's not fraud. It's not illegal. But if you already had a judgment in 2022, just by selling it to a LLC, Cattell LLC, that can seem suspicious. That if they could prove that, she's in more trouble. But we'll get into that. But let's go to the crib, man. The crib is nice if you haven't seen it. Everybody that's in here, please make sure y'all hit that like button. Please make sure you tap the like button and all that good shit. This is the crib. Nice joint. And I'm not going to show the address. Y'all can find that shit on your own. All right? But in this everything, and let me just say this right now, everything is public knowledge. I ain't had to pay for anything secretive. All this shit is public. But look at this crazy crib, man. This shit is fly. Look at that shit. Dope. Nigga, that's YouTube money. That's sponsor money. Okay? But now a lot of that money, all of that shit that's in her name, it goes to her. But it don't stop her husband from making the money. Okay? But look at this crib. Shit is nice. Upstairs, all that. And if she lives in another crib, but I don't know. From what I see, maybe I'm just stretching. The interview she did, like with Charleston White's mother and him and other people, I guess. I'm thinking it's in this crib. I don't know. Because it looks like it. But the shit is dope, son. Look at that. Motherfucking Tasha K, you go ahead, nigga. This where gossip ain't got your ass, huh? This what exposing motherfuckers' business got you, huh? Looking like motherfucking Strange, motherfucker Grace Jones out to say a better version, a thicker version. You been eating. Hoping ain't no damn bush meat. But you getting a little thick over there, Tasha K. Go ahead, goddamn it. I see you. Shit. Looking like a duskin motherfucking Jada Pickett. Now I'm talking about the haircut. But anyway, nice. Look at that. 6-bedroom joint. Tall ceilings. But when you walk in, these are the rooms, or I guess this the guest room or whatever. This probably like the dining room. I would believe this to be. 4 baths. Oh, this right here is. Go ahead, Tasha. I feel you. I got 2 bedrooms, bitch. Okay? Shit. And this is my office, if that's what you want to call it. Bars. Okay, nice joint. Look at that. And we're gonna go to her Instagram where she shows it what her stuff in there. You know what I'm saying? And who's gonna buy it? Somebody gonna buy it. And this been on the market for probably like 6, 7 months, I believe. I'm thinking 8, maybe 10 months, I believe. Maybe 10 months, 11 months, I believe. Something like that. We'll get into that. It's real nice, man. Look at that. You see, this is what I like, though. I like the island right here. Prepare your food, this, that, and the third. You know what I'm saying? Nice lights and shit like that. This shit is fly. And it's on the next to a golf course and a lake and all that shit. It is tough. Bitch, I should have became your friend, but shit, I ain't want to get sued too, motherfucker. Double stove, all that. You know what I mean? The Sub-Zero joint right here. I forgot what you call that. With ceramic stove. I forgot. I think that's what it's called. Ceramic stove. Don't quote me and don't kill me for saying it wrong and kiss my ass, but I think I'm right. Nice joint, man. Look at that. Nigga, and me personally, the way I love to cook, I love to cook. Okay? I be in there butt ass cooking shit, because I ain't be inviting a whole bunch of people. Fuck out of here. You know what I mean? I would definitely be having a motherfucking party in there. Okay? Ladies only. Couple of dudes, I ain't gonna be butt naked just for the weird. Y'all niggas is weird, so I gotta make sure I be careful how I word shit. Because my shit be sporadic. But this is dope. This is all that motherfucking, this is YouTube money. This is sponsor money. Okay? But a lot of people giving some little backlash too, saying, well, you made all that from gossiping, and now you're gonna lose it from gossiping. Crazy. We're gonna go to her interview she did fair use on what's you call that shit? Comedy Hype. So salute to them. I ain't gonna play a lot of it, but just a little bit. All right. Dope. Chandelier. I don't think this is her furniture. This is from a website where you can actually look in. You know, look inside. Nice view. See, me personally, if I have something like that, nigga, I'm growing my tomatoes, my vegetables, especially lemons, my lemons and lime, cabbage, red cabbage. I'll be growing my what you call it? The green, I already said green peppers, like the oh my God, green onions. There you go, Mike. All that shit. Collard greens, what? Oh, what? Apples and shit? Man, dope. This is really dope though. Can't knock her. That's, you know, her office joint. You know what I mean? Walk-in closet. Oh, hold on. You know, this the shit right here. Now, when me and my ex shorty Nicole, you know what I mean? We went to the Bergata Hotel out there in Atlantic City a few years back, like probably like 3 years now. Man, the walk-in shower was like this. Fire. It was dope. Shout out to the Bergata Hotel out there in Atlantic City, man. It was nothing like this, but it was big like that. You know what I mean? And this is just a walk-in without no fucking doors. The shit had glass doors, but it was wider than that, I'll say that. But that's longer, pause. But it's still dope. It's in your crib. This is the type of shit that be in a hotel. Nigga, we gotta give it up. You know what I mean? That bitch definitely got that bread off that motherfucking gossiping. You hear me? Shit, I'm in the right profession, but doing the wrong content. But look, bitch, I learned a lot from you, and we all should too. And those are bars. Again, I've been spitting all night. You know what I mean? But this is really dope. If anybody haven't seen this is why I'm showing this. You dig what I'm saying? Upstairs, downstairs. You can shoot a music video right there. You dig? Fire. And she said she's selling it due to maintenance, but maintenance was done on this shit last year. So what other maintenance? And then we're going to go to the picture she showed with her stuff in there. Ain't like it need maintenance to me, motherfucker. Shit. Well, I wouldn't know, but from what you show, there you motherfucking go. Okay? Bars again. I don't even know. I got to Hold on. I got so many fucking sound effects now. I'm working on it. You probably can't hear it because it gotta come. I gotta get my headphones, other headphones and shit. So, but anyway, it is what the motherfucking is. This shit is dope though. Y'all let me know if y'all feeling this shit right here. This shit is fly. We don't go through the whole motherfucking thing. Look, I would think that's the master bedroom. A master bedroom would be bigger than that, but that's big enough. That's the master bedroom in a nigga a project apartment. Master bedroom was not like that. Okay, shit. My shit ain't with that wide, but it's big enough. This is okay. Fire shit. Dope. Dope. Okay. All right. Singular bathroom, 1 of 4. Fire joint. This definitely probably the master bedroom. But it should have that big ass walk-in closet in the master bedroom. Shit is fire, man. Connected rooms, I would think. Or connected bathroom inside there, whatever. That must be the attic or the top stairs. Shit is dope though. Ooh, shit. Nigga, look at that walk-in motherfucking closet. But you know, cameras be making things bigger and wider, pause, than it would usually look. But still, nigga, that shit is, I have to say long. Pause, man. Y'all niggas, what's that nigga name? Dave East and the rest of them niggas from Let's Rap About It, man. Them niggas be on some other shit with that pause shit. I mean, god damn, but that shit is wide and you know what the fuck I mean. Shit. Can't even say that. You can't even say that. You can't even say length and width. Like, what the fuck? We just fucked up. Then, I can't even say it's big enough. I can't even say it's a nice size. You see, I'm trying to choose the right words to say, and it's all a pause. Man, I'm tired of y'all niggas, man. But this is dope, though. Look at that. All right, nice little walk closet. We almost done with this. Fire. This shit's fire, though. Yeah, nigga, this look like that scene in motherfucking, what you call it? Malcolm X, nigga. Then get your hands off me because this fucking perm was burning and shit. You want the monkey off your back. You want that monkey off your back. Nigga, let go of me, nigga. This shit burning my motherfucking scalp, nigga. And shit, you know what I mean? Yeah, this gonna be your last fix, motherfucker. All right? But nah, this is dope. Little walk-in joint. Fire. Shit. Fucking with me, all this should be wet. I have a bitch bending over right there. I rip your ass, bitch. Yeah, that's what's. I know you was fucking in there. I know y'all was fucking. All right, y'all had to have been fucking in there. All right, I'd have had your back on the floor and everything. Like shit, all that. The shit would have been stopped up. Your ass would have been covering the motherfucking drain and all that shit. Word up. That's why I said this shit would have been all wet. Okay, that nigga had your ass spread an eagle in that motherfucker. I know I would. Okay. Fire. This is nice, man. Nice. All right. All that motherfucking YouTube money. But Cardi B is like, once it's up, nigga, it is stuck. Give me my motherfucking pesos. I don't even know how to say bread in fucking Spanish. Breado. That shit, nigga. It ain't no motherfucking joke about it. Ain't no joke. Because everything she owned, that's in her name. Digitally, everything is Cardi B's. Or she don't get it once it hits her account. She gotta pay and make sure she pay whatever that payment amount is per month, per quota, or whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying? It don't go directly to Cardi B. Tasha K get the bread, but she got to pay. If you don't, you already know. You know what I mean? All right, we almost done here. Dope, man. Could have turned this shit to a media room, a movie room. Fire. Damn, shorty. I see you. See, when we spoke that time on the phone, you gave me that information to put out there and I didn't. I just knew it was just so much happening with your ass. I'm not saying me and you would have been tag team. No, I think we would have worked together because we chopped it up a few times or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And maybe I could have, you know, we could have went somewhere with that or been, or whatever the case may be. But I just feel like, nah, man, she got fire content, but that shit is crazy. Somehow, some way, this shit gonna backfire. And it did. You know what I'm saying? And you know, and a lot of people that you came in contact with, y'all fell out. And I remember that time when you called me, you was motherfucking snotty and smart over the phone. I'm like, this bitch don't even know me from Adam. And I'm looking at the phone like, yo, all right, man. You be talking over your guests and all that shit. Like, bitch, you act like you my mama. This like our second time talking on the phone. Why you talking to me like that? We ain't that cool, bitch. I was trying to, but I don't know, man. Like, she's just a firecracker. You know what I mean? You know the motherfuckers that you know, like, yo, stay away from that nigga. That nigga right there, that nigga do too much. Stay the fuck away. And Tasha K is pretty much that. But now she's being humble, and it's good. Humble yourself now. Your ass got humble. Your mouth wrote a check. Your ass have to cash. It ain't no can't. You have to cash that check. And I'm not trying to make fun of you, swear. Not at all. Love, I hope everything works out for you. You dig what I'm saying? I don't hate on people. That's not even in my blood, love. But nigga, you got what you fucking asked for. Fucking around with Cardi B. And then on top of that, you said that sending her gang members that come to come and get at you or whatever, them niggas is from my hood. I watched them niggas grow up. Those I'm like those my niggas. Nah, I knew majority of them niggas, they from my hood. I watched them niggas grow up since they was little babies, had curfews to go upstairs. And free, and matter of fact, welcome home motherfucking Chuck. The main ones you know, he's home. So salute to you and stay the fuck home, nigga. You stay home this time. So glad that nigga Chuck is home. Salute to you, homie. Already heard you already touched down. Salute. Do what you gotta do, homie, and just stay out the way. You know what I mean? Get it how you live, but you already know, family. But let's go to matter of fact, let's go to her Instagram real quick before we get into everything else. Hold on. And I know probably some people will say, or maybe think like, I don't know, but just people just weird. It just certain people I've been around that know certain people. So I'm connected. I'm at arm's reach with a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? But that don't, it's not making me shit or eat, but I'm just saying I know quite a few people. I don't know Cardi B personally, but I did see her when she came to my projects and it went to the community center building 19, and for Christmas, this was like 2018, 2019. I give it an 18. I give it like a 2021. 2021. She came to my hood. I remember I pulled up and shit like that. You know what I mean? For a little bit. Shit got crazy out there. Anyway, I believe. And police was there. It was crazy. If I'm not mistaken, it's been long ago. But anyway, let's get right to it. We're going to go to her shit real quick. All right, let's go. She showed, this is it right here. So she confirmed it. It says Tasha K's Georgia estate is officially on the market. Tasha says she has lived in the home over the years, but has also had renters in the property. She since relocated from South Florida in West Africa, is now looking to sell due to maintenance. Okay. The home was fully renovated last September and sits on both a golf course and a lake. I know it got some catfish. Catfish is delicious. You know what I'm saying? If you salute the motherfucking, did you miss me? Varnell Hill, man. But shit, can you go fishing back there? Word. You know what I ain't having a long time? Some fucking porgies. This is just a sidebar. I don't give a fuck if you listen or not. Bye. Porgies is my shit. It's better than whiting. Catfish. Ew, I hate catfish. Salute to the South. I love y'all. I'm down here now and my family's from the South, but I can't fuck with that shit. Tastes like mud water. I don't know. It just got a sea taste. I can't fuck with it. But I'm saying porgies, especially the paws. the big one. It's meaty. I have to pause again for you weird niggas. Nigga, Fab and East will be smoking my boots right now. Pause, nigga, pause, son. I told you, pause, son. Pause worthy. Nah, man, but the Porgies is so better, man. I ain't had Porgies since I've been down here, nigga. They don't even have this shit over here. I mean, in Greenville, North Carolina, I'm trying to find a little fish spot. Let me get some Porgies. Niggas ain't got no Porgies. And please. But anyway, let's look at from how she, I guess. All right, this is from. Okay, I'm thinking this is her stuff in there. This is actually from the website. Okay. And plus, she already moved out, so her stuff wouldn't be there since she was written it out. You dig what I'm saying? But let me say this. Let me say this in all fairness. Now, you know, it stays on the lake and all that. And, you know, some people are saying, you know, if you just look in the comments, matter of fact, let's look in the comments. She's getting love too. So let's not think that. Reporting gossip news and about yourself is top tier journalism. Wow, such a nice house. Definitely a nice house. Hold on. It's on the other sites, it showed that you know, there's definitely some good ones. She got a lot of supporters. So, and it's good she got supporters that support. You know what I mean? And she got a GoFundMe right now. You know what I mean? And some people is judging that. You know what I mean? It's like I always go with what the consensus say. So it's not personally my personal opinion. It's more of the consensus of everybody else's opinion. You dig what I'm saying? So that's how I formulate my commentary. But some people say, damn, you got the GoFundMe. You put yourself in this predicament. Now you asking us to help you pay off the shit that you put yourself into. So that's what people are saying. You dig what I'm saying? But hey, get it how you live. If you got supporters and they're gonna support you, hey, look, here, this GoFundMe, nigga, throw some change on that thing. You dig what I'm saying? YouTube did that. I pass the house all the time, literally. Because I wanted to go to the actual, you know what I'm saying, grounds, but I don't want to put the address out there. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I didn't want to do that. You could actually go to the actual street. It's really nice area. Shit is dope. It is dope. Real dope crib. Real dope crib. Real dope. Salute to her. And she go ahead, Tasha K. I mean, you know, some people, whatever they look, whatever. I mean, at first I'm like, but you looking better right now, and it ain't nothing wrong with that. Go ahead, girl. Shit, look, the titties and that thing. I know you taking an ass. I just have to say that because my mouth is just like that. I know you taking an ass, and I think like when you ride on your husband, you punch him in the chest. Like I just feel like you real aggressive when you fucking like, you know what I mean? Punch me in the face, nigga, and you know, hit me with a wine bottle. I don't know. I just think you real aggressive in the bed. And if you are good, bitch, I DDT your ass. Ooh. But any motherfucker who does the bars as well. But let's before I go to the actual interview, let me just say these motherfuckers gonna think I'm motherfucking Caribbean. They say these. Some people are saying, you know, you moved and you selling the crib because of maintenance and renters. Some people is like, man, they ain't trying to hear that shit because the internet already knows what this shit is really about. It's about Cardi B judgment. Now, let's deal with facts, not feelings, right? Now, this way it starts. The home wasn't even in her name. That's number one. It was in her husband's name. He owned it from 2020 to 2025. Then suddenly in 2025, it gets transferred to an LLC. And let me just show you that real quick, since I already have that pulled up. And I, again, hold on, did not want to show her address. Y'all can do that on your own, but I'm not going to do that. Damn, hit the wrong button. Hold on, I'm sorry. Here we go. This is just proof. Hold on. I hate StreamYard. It's like that now. It's ridiculous. Put you through all this shit just to share a fucking ridiculous. All right. So 2025, right? So the judgment was April 2020. Well, excuse me. June 20th, and it was sold April 2025. This is her husband, right? Now, he sold it to a LLC, Qatar LLC, right? Now, I have two things. Again, 2022 was the initial date where the judgment was confirmed that she's going to owe, and all assets that's in her name will revert to her in payments, installments. Now, in April 2025, he sold it. Now, that could be suspicious. But now, as further research before I actually went live, it made me think, because it won't be suspicious, because if it's in his name in the judgment, but no, hold on, I had to think about it, because this judgment, while this was in, but it's just kind of mixed up, but the judgment happened while they were still living there, if I'm not mistaken. Yes. So they was probably still living there at that time. So that could still be a part of her assets. But again, it's in her name. We're gonna get to it, because this is in his name, and he can't be legally fined or having to pay. You understand what I'm saying? He's not legally binded by the judgment that was against her, even though they're married. All right. Some people may know that. You probably already know, but I don't know. I'm just doing it myself. But let's continue. Let's continue though. Let's continue. Hold on. Let's continue. Right? Hold on. So in 2025, it gets transferred to a LLC. That's not speculation. That's public record, right? So let's not play dumb though. That's her husband. They're married. So what that means? That property is a part of the household assets. So that's why it's kind of funny. It's still a part of the household assets. And when you're married, what affects one affects both. I'm going to repeat that again. Let's not play dumb. That's her husband. They're married. So what does that mean? That means the property is a part of the household assets. So when you are married, what affects one affects both. So especially when we're talking about a multi-million-dollar judgment. So whatever gets sold of that house, that definitely goes to Cardi B, right? So now this is where it gets real. The timeline, the judgment hit 2022, property still in husband name. Then boom, 2025 is sold to a company, a Qatar, whatever how you want to pronounce it, to an LLC. Now ask yourself, why move the property after you already owed millions? That's where the red flag comes in. Now, it's not illegal. It's not fraudulent, but it's suspicious. Now, and why does that matter? It's because in the legal world, that's called potential asset shielding. Potential asset shielding. Not illegal by itself, but if you do it after you owe money, now that looks like you're trying to protect assets from being taken. You know what I mean? So that's the issue. Now, this part right here is a little bit crucial, because there are court documents that's tied to a background in legal filings. And in those files, that same property is referenced, which means that house was a part of her financial situation under the court. But she still got to sell a house. So evidently, whatever's being sold, when she sells it, it goes to, whatever portion goes to Cardi B, but they already sold it to a LLC. You understand? A whole different company, so he don't even own that property. Oh, no, both of them, because they're household assets. But why does that matter? Because that tells you this ain't just a random house. This ain't separate from the case. This property was in the mix of what's being evaluated financially. Now, the liens, the seizure, reality check. Let's clear up something real quick. A lot of people think that, Cardi B just took the house. No, that's not how it works. What actually happened is Cardi B won millions, like 4 million, I think it's 4.2. The court approved collection efforts. which means if she doesn't pay, the court can place liens. It could go after assets and potential seize property. She's on a payment plan, so she have to pay whatever she get. If she don't pay, they taking everything. So she's definitely paying. And everything, her digital assets, even the sponsoring that she gets, her merch, everything that she gets digitally, and what she does online, the .com she has, all that's her debts and her assets that has to go to Cardi B or whatever that portion is, right? But it's not instant takeover. It's a process of collecting what's owed. So she's not going to be totally broke. And plus, again, her husband, I'm going to get to that. Her husband don't owe shit now. I mean, her husband don't owe anything. So he could go into business, have a business, and that's not even tied to her. And they both can eat off that. So Tasha K ain't stupid. She know what to do to move that money around. I said this a long time ago. She ain't stupid. People say 50 Cent is broke because he did bankrupt a couple of times. Nigga, Donald Trump, I think he filed for bankruptcy 7 to 11 times. And you know the motherfucker got money. It clears all debts. But I'll get to that as well, too. As far as her claiming Chapter 11. But she still owes. I'll tell you why in a minute. But what it all means, let's line it up. Husband owned the home. Property shows up in legal filings. Judgment already existed. Then the home gets transferred to an LLC. Now that timing, that's not random. That's what you call strategic moving. Suspicious timing breakdown. Let me simplify that. You owe millions, then years later, you move your biggest asset to an LLC. Come on now. That's going to raise some eyebrows. And those are motherfucking bars. Now, let's be fair. Is it fraud? No, it's not fraud. Like I said, it's not fraud. It's just if Cardi B lawyer can prove it was done to avoid paying the debt, then it becomes a fraudulent transfer. And the court can reverse it and still go after the property. Now, this ain't about is the house is hers. It's about who owns it, when they owned it, and where it went after the pressure hit. Okay? Bars all motherfucking day. Because look, the husband owned it, and things just get moved around. That's not a coincidence. That's really strategy. You think what I'm saying? So move assets to a LLC, separated from personal name, made it harder to touch. Now, who is the owner of that Qatar LLC? Can it be somebody that she already know and whatever? You know what I mean? Like it's crazy. Maybe she have her hand in that as well too. Who knows? You know, but she moved the assets to an LLC, separated it from the personal name. He separated it, because it's in his name. But it's under household assets because they was married when that judgment was made. Okay? And then make it harder to touch. But here's the problem. Courts are not stupid. If they see timing and intent, they can still say, nah, that's still fair game. You think what I'm saying? Now, the husband accountability. Let's talk about him. People think, oh, it's in his name. He's safe. No. Now, if you're married and assets are tied together and then the move happens after judgment, he can absolutely get pulled into it, especially if it looks like he helped move the asset, which probably did. And maybe they just wanted to move because they've been there long enough. People already know their address and they just wanted to get the fuck up out of there and move. And that's why she rented it to tenants. You know what I mean? And that's extra money, to pay off the debt. You know what I mean? So now you got people, now you got her online saying serious buyers only. And people in the comments is like, nigga, that's Cardi B house now. You made it off gossip and lost it to gossip. And again, she got to go fund me. So the lesson is this. This is bigger than her. This is about what happens when content turns to consequence. This is what you put yourself into. And again, God shows us examples so we don't have to be. Now, and then on top of that, you still doing the same concept, but you're not going as hard far as responding when the backlash comes. You dig what I'm saying? So that's it. But you still kind of doing the same content. And like you said in your interview, Comedy Hype, that you still getting lawsuits. But now I'm pretty sure you smart on how to play the game now. But you can't get away from the Cardi B judgment. So that's going to be a stain and a pain in your ass for some years until it's paid. You know what I'm saying? But for the other ones, you know how to maneuver, you know how to play the game now. You know what I'm saying? So, but it's cool when it's views, money, and viral moments. But is it worth it? Because when you cross that line, that shit becomes a liability. Now, the home is tied to a household. It appears in legal financial context is moved to an LLC after judgment. It is currently being sold. But if this have not been officially seized as of now, the transfer is not automatically fraud, but it can absolutely be challenged. The move that he did is not illegal, but doing it after you owe millions, that's what make people think you're hiding something. You dig what I'm saying? And let's go to the bankruptcy real quick too. Let's go to the bankruptcy. She filed Chapter 11, and that means she does not wipe out all her debt. She sets up a payment plan over time. So that's exactly what she's doing. Now, can the Cardi B debt be erased? No, because defamation, intentional harm, judgments are often non-dischargeable. The courts could say you still got to pay. Bars again, because all of the accusations, her going at it with the other stripper, and she's telling Tasha K she got these diseases and so on, and she proved with a paper that she don't have the bumpy bumps. She proved that. Some people may say, hey, she paid for this shit. She got enough money to bribe fucking Donald Trump. Hey, who knows? But she proved it in the court, and the judge took that shit as valid evidence. So that's why that defamation, that intentional harm judgments are often non-dischargeable. So she got to pay because of that, all of that defamation. Now, what assets can be used? Anything she's shown before filing: property, bank accounts, business income, assets in her control. Now, when that judgment happened, did she move any funding? But she was going to court for so many years, for some years, before the judgment, she was already moving money, or allegedly could have been moving money. I remember something like that, and that's when she went to West Africa. So I guess before the judgment, she was moving money around. I mean, who wouldn't? To protect your bread? You think what I'm saying? So, hey, it is what it is. Now, what about new money after bankruptcy? Check this out now. Depends, but in Chapter 11, her future income is a part of the repayment plan. So yes, new earnings can still go towards paying Cardi B. And that's why if she get a new business in her name, she definitely got to pay. But her husband, no, it could be in her name. She could be the face of it. But it's in the husband's name. He doesn't have to pay shit. So she can still collect, and whatever she makes off her earnings, she could tell the court, this is what she's making, so this is the amount she have to pay every quarter or every month, whatever the payment plan is, and how long that may take, however, over the years. But she still got this over here with her husband. So either way, if you look at it, it's fucked up. But she's still kind of good in a way. But if you owe $4 million, you ain't good. But she's good than a lot of other people. Wait. So Chapter 11 don't erase the debt it just gives you more time to pay it. And if the court says that judgment sticks, they can still come after your assets, even your future income. Crazy work. Yeah, it's crazy work. Crazy work, man. Yeah. But let's go to let me see how long I've been here. I ain't gonna be here too long. Let's go to her interview. Everybody, please like and please share. All right, please like and share. I will gladly appreciate you. Please like and share. I ain't gonna be here too long. No. You heard? But let's go here, baby. Let's listen to this. Hold on. Let's go. All right. All right, we're gonna go from here, then we're gonna go to the 30-minute mark. That'll be all with this.
How's that service? I get to leave a Google review or a Yelp review if I don't like the service. And if you're selling $5,000 tickets that people buying on a firm and I don't like it, shit, I should be able to complain about it. I don't give a damn if it was Queen Elizabeth. If I don't like that, I'm going to pay. Yeah, I'm not sure. Suggestions have been made, but you got to understand, nobody gave me this seat. This seat that I'm sitting in right now is because of me. And there's a lot of people that were against what I'm doing. My dad, he calls me an extremist. I said, Dad, spell extremist. You know, they don't even know what that word, how to spell that word. You know, like, because it's unheard of for a dark-skinned woman. I guarantee if I was light-skinned, and Amanda Seales gets away with a lot of shit, right? She says a lot of shit. She's very vocal, but because she's light-skinned, it goes right under the table. Doesn't trend that out, right? Like, there's all these barriers. And then I'm a married woman, so that makes it worse. Like, where's your husband? I'm like, my husband with all the shit. You have no idea. He like, go, bitch, go. You know, like, he loves it all. So, and that was one of the things that attracted him, you know, to me. Because I asked him, I was like, what do you like about me? You're entertaining. That's what he told me on our first date. And I ended up getting him some pussy. So that probably had a lot to do with the entertainment. But still, yeah, like, it's just, I just think they're not used to somebody like me being as bold and as aggressive and dark, and I got short hair, you know, and Black women already get enough backlash for being aggressive and masculine and stuff. And I'm like, I'm very much feminine. I'm just loud in country. That's just that. And they're not used to loud and country women having platforms like I do. It was never in my favor. I mean, that was an international superstar coming after a blogger with 200,000 followers. Okay.
Here it is.
She had millions flagging videos, taking down Instagrams. You know, this is my 4th Instagram right now. I mean, but for me, I was like, shit, it could be billions of people. What I feel is what I feel. I've always been that way. And my mom, she tried to shake that shit out of me, like, why you so steadfast in your, I'm like, I get it from you. What the hell? You know? And so, but I didn't do anything. In my opinion, I didn't do anything wrong. I interviewed somebody that she had dealings with. That girl said a lot of shit, you know? And to me, it was fuck shit. And it was right up my alley on my channel. Now, publications, yes, we air stuff and some of that shit can backfire. And that's what happened. And she had the money to make it backfire. I did not at all. 200,000 followers, you know? Still ain't got that kind of money. You know, you're an international superstar. And they gave you what they felt that you deserve, even though you came in with $5,000 worth of medical bills, you know? So 4 million, 5,000, hey, be as it may. But it was always an attempt to get me to humble myself, or, you know, pick and choose your battles, or, you know, you should be afraid of my bank account or my lawyers and things like that. And I'm like, listen, y'all can lock me up, throw away the motherfucking key. I'm still gonna be talking shit at the end of the day. You pissing shit just like me. The only difference is your bank account is bigger than mine, but that still don't make you smarter. It doesn't make you bigger. It doesn't make you better than me. You understand what I'm saying? Like, if I wanted to get out there and cut a few corners and drug and rob men and shit for studio time, for money for studio time to get on, but I never had to do that. I've never had to take off my clothes. I've never had to, you know, drug and rob men to, you know, to pay for studio time or present myself in a sexually provocative way. I've always used my voice. I've always used my brain to do things. No, absolutely not. There's nothing you're going to try to tell me to change me, and I don't give a shit how many cracker lawyers you hire to try to get me to shut the fuck up, okay? You got to earn my respect. And she was very disrespectful. And as the public sees, she is very, very disrespectful. But the difference is it's light-skinned privilege versus a dark-skinned, aggressive, loud-ass woman. She just met her energy. And my energy was just a little bit broker than hers. And that's just ultimately what it boils down to. But as far as the way I disseminate news, yeah, I don't have time to go back to school or things like that to learn defamation law and stuff because it wasn't intentional for me to be sitting. I mean, it was intentional after a while, but when I first started this, no, it was fine. It's still fine. But now I have First Amendment right lawyers. That's all they do. They don't do any other.
Hold on. I just wanted, it just came to my mind, right? What's the dude, the Muhammad, I forgot his name, the dude that caught Will Smith and Dwayne Martin. He said Will Smith was ripping his motherfucking backside up, man. I mean, that with all respect, man. And all that stuff, man. So, like, you went from Cardi B, and she did say, tell Will Smith and him to sue me. Oh, no, well, the dude, not, I forgot his name. I really forgot it. Muhammad, if I'm not mistaken, the dude, the dark-skinned little chubby dude and shit. They tried to kill him in Italy, or where the fuck he was at, in Russia, where the fuck he was at. Somewhere, Qatar, I don't know where the fuck he was. He was somewhere overseas. But it's like, damn, Tasha K, you ain't learned yet. You still playing with lava. You still playing with fire, baby. It's like holding the M80 land, that shit blow up in your hand. You still playing with fire. But now she's more on, she understanding that if it's factual, you got the facts, you got the paperwork and everything, then she could put this kind of information out because, all right, if you sue, look at this paper. He's showing, actual, So it's crazy, but girl, you still playing with motherfucking fire. You ain't learned yet. Ooh, I know I was a pain in the ass as a kid, a hard head. Is you worse than me? But go on.
Type of law, they do First Amendment right, your freedom of speech, and they educate me. Do you know what this is? Do you know to disseminate this? I can talk about anything, but it's just the way I disseminate that information because I like the intimate aspect of it. That's where the comedy comes in at. And I'm able to make it fun and make light of it. And that's just what it's going to be. And I don't give a fuck, public figure or not. Listen, you're going to catch this energy the same way every other person in the limelight catches this energy. So you're not singled out. It's not like she's singled out. Everybody gets smoke on my channel. And most of the celebrities love it. They really love it. Because
my bad, whatever. But the one thing I do respect, she keep that same smoke. You got to respect somebody like that. She ain't changing her tune. She just did some minor adjustments for legal purposes. But she still, you got to respect somebody being them. And that's the thing. I hate when people change who they, you have to change for the better. Let me make sure I correct that and put that out there. But a person I like a person who was them on every aspect. That's what you call a real person. Being a real nigga or a real chick that has nothing to do with you having to hurt somebody, or you hurt somebody, or tough and rough and all that shit. No, being real is being yourself on every aspect. At any time you are you. That's why I say I'm a real nigga. I ain't changing for nobody. And I hate to add myself then weird people who look from the outside and try to judge me because of whatever. I'm going to be me every time. Ask anybody, I ain't changed. I'm in me this whole time. But you got to respect her because she's being her and she respecting it and people do enjoy it. She's entertaining. But she's disrespectful too. And that could be, look, it doesn't matter what you do. People's going to judge you. Motherfuckers going to judge me. However, how you feel about me, I ain't going to stop. I don't care what you think. I don't care. So let's continue. And then we're going to do sidebars. And I'm getting the fuck about here. Because I got to eat again. I think parasites is hungry. We all got parasites. Fuck y'all. The parasites like, food, nigga, hurry up. Fine, eat your spleen, bitch.
Publicity ain't cheap, but on my channel, I give it for free. So, and now your name is not in the title no more. You're having to go pay people to put your name in the title when money ain't rolling in like it used to because you spent 6 years fighting a broke blogger. It can backfire. So I'm seeing how, the tables have turned. I'm like, it didn't even have to come to this. All you had to do was be nice Tell me what it was that you didn't like about it, and we could have been done. But she's a bully. I think it was one day. It was like the night before I turned 40 years old. Because I'm 41 now. I just turned 41. Yeah. So it was like the night before I turned, and you try to look at it and access your goals. And, I'm thinking like, damn, did I make it this far to come to this? Like, is this it for me? And then I was looking around at my circle and shit, how they was like, you know, using me and shit. It was a lot of reflecting, as far as like, what's next, because 40 is a milestone, and I'm like, but then I had to look at all the positive things that I've done and all the accomplishments, and does it outweigh this one thing? And then I had to look at the media business as a whole. Media companies get sued all the time. McDonald's gets sued all the time. You can get in your car and get sued. It's the nature of the business. Like, and am I going to let one lawsuit put me out of business, or am I going to use this and learn from it and apply the lessons to my business and go and do things better? And that's exactly what I did. And so, yeah, it was a moment. It was kind of like, damn, I'm turning 40 and I got this bill, and I just got my American Express card back after bankruptcy and shit, and my credit score at 800. Now this bitch gonna go back down, but it's at a 6.7. It's at a 689 right now in my bankruptcy, so it ain't too bad. I can get a couple trade lines and get it back up. But I
ain't gonna hold you. She's doing a whole interview by herself. I think the nigga asked one question and she just took the fuck off. Like what's that 400-mile dash? What's her name? Something Shields. The girl. Nigga, you just took the fuck off, son. But listen, man, I'm gonna leave it right there. Because fair use, salute to Comedy Hype. Please make sure y'all go subscribe to the platform. Fair use, fair use, fair use. Now let me say this though. Now, as far as the husband, right? Do her husband owes money to Cardi B? And now automatically, I've been rhyming all night. The judgment against Tasha K, it's against her, not him. But if money, assets are shared, transferred, or used to hide funds, the court could go after it. So his money is safe unless it's tied to her or used to avoid paying. If it's tied to her, if it's in his name, I mean, wouldn't you expect her to use some of her husband money, or he give us some money to pay a bill or buy a car or groceries or cosmetics or motherfucking disposable wipes? When you wipe your ass and put it in shit, to put in the toilet, flush the toilet, all types of shit. You understand what I'm saying? So some way, somehow, it's gonna be tied to her, but I guess like not joint ownership. I would hope. You know what I'm saying? But how can they make money without it going to Cardi B? Only if it's truly separate and untouchable. Income in his name only. No transfers to her. No joint accounts. No connection to her business or earnings. This is the reality check. If it looks like he's holding money for her or they moving money around, then the court can still reach it. Now that's why I know that she's smart enough and probably paid lawyers and other people enough to actually guide her on how to move that money legally and how it, it won't come back to her. Illegal, but legal advice on how to not get caught up in that mix. You dig what I'm saying? So I'm pretty sure she's doing this thing. His money ain't hers legally, but if it's being used to hide hers in the court, he come get it. And lastly, no. Okay, I already said that, but I already said that. Is his money tied to Tasha K? No, it's not legally. When does it come tied? Only if they have joint accounts, transfer money, so for so on. Yeah, that's pretty much it. And just to let you know, her assets, what she owes, where the money, whatever the money that she's making from a digital platform and stuff like that. You know, it's the Unwind with Tasha K, a YouTube channel and media brand. This is her primary business. It generates money from ads, interviews, and viral content. This is her core company brand. Subscription paywall platform. She runs a paid membership platform, exclusive content behind a paywall, recurring income model. Merchandise. The winos sell brands, sell branded merch tied to her audience, promote directly through her platform, mentioned in her own business links and content. Brand deals, promotions, paid promotions, shout outs, partnerships, typical influencer monetization, part of her income streams. Media, podcast, interview business. Her show itself is a media production business, includes interviews, commentary, and licensing content. Important. From bank filings, she reported very limited assets. She reported very little assets, meaning most of her business is digital income, not physical companies. So there are allegations that her husband created companies in trust, but it's not publicly confirmed. So bottom line, her real business ain't a bunch of companies. It's her platform. Unwind with Tasha K is the business, and everything else, subscriptions and merchant ad, that's all run through that one brand. Now, everything else, who knows? You know what I'm saying? So salute to Tasha K and you know, hope everything works out, man. You know what I'm saying? I don't hate on nobody or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? Certain people, you know, do things and in the cards fall where they may, man. I wanted to I'm gonna do a little sidebar because I'm about to get out of here. I ain't want to be here too long. And everybody, please hit that like button. If you haven't hit that like button, I'm not understanding why you didn't. I don't know, but I would like to know. Please make sure you share this live, and please make sure you hit the like button. You dig what I'm saying? Hit that like button. I would gladly appreciate that, and thank you. Hey, yo, son. I think I'm gonna leave it on this note. Nigga, hold up. Check this shit. Yo, this is crazy work. Ooh. Slab of chicken. Like, look at this nigga, man. Hold on. Here we go. Look at this nigga, man. This 500 pounds.
Out of the hole here. I'm going to come out to a wider shot as a man.
To this breaking news we told you about moments ago, and right now that man being lifted out. You can see the image right there, hoisted from that 15-foot construction hole. Such a difficult situation. You can see the manpower involved to get this victim out. What we don't know, Colleen, is how this person fell into that construction hole. But quickly, for the past 2 hours, rescuers got on scene, including LA County Fire. Again, reportable information here. This was a estimated to be 500-pound man who fell into that hole. His condition right now, unclear, but he is on a stretcher. They are hoisting him out.
They lift that nigga up from a crane. You know how they be lifting them whales out the water, like them, you know, the Japanese, because you know they eat whales. Like they lift them up with a crane, son. A big slab of meat.
Of the area, just not a good situation, not only with the confined space, but the temperature out there for 2 hours in this space.
I'm just looking at it, I can't tell if he...
You know that shit stink. That shit smell like rotisserie in that motherfucker. Nigga, that nigga is like tendonism. Meat should have just fell off the bone out that motherfucker. That shit would have smelled like sweet baby rays, nigga, spicy sweet.
He has oxygen right there, but he certainly has. They are working on him. They're trying to make sure that he's okay. Again, we're going to try to figure out exactly his condition, but we do know that he was rescued just moments.
To this break,
I want you to look at the hole. Should I say pause?
Above him, the rescuer, the confined space rescuer there went down twice into the hole to secure the man and get him harnessed up.
Putting that nigga up like a slab of beef. That is a duck meat. Look how big in the hole, son. I don't want it to show because it's going to show his ass. But look at that. Look at that hole, son. That's how you fall in it. Nah, they planned that shit. He fell 3 feet in that motherfucker. You know he wasn't going to die. All he was thinking about was food. He ain't break a leg. I don't know what broke, but nigga, that is insane, son.
This all started about 1:13. That's when they got the call. The man that fell in the hole about 15 feet down. Now, the good news is he was been alert and talking the whole time to the rescuers.
So this shit must have been...
And so now they're going to take him to the hospital quickly to evaluate him. But great.
But you see all that wood that's around? Was the wood? What was you doing? You was looking at food critic videos with your head down, walking through the fucking construction site. First of all, why you at the construction site? Who was there? So somebody was giving you lunch money or something, or dinner, breakfast, lunch, dinner money. Why you was even there? So now the nigga could sue. He could sue the company. So now watch, all them niggas gonna get laid off. Hector, of Hernandez and fucking Felipe and Tyrone. There's a Tyrone in that motherfucker somewhere. All right? And Steve. Look at this. That's insane. He's suing the shit out the motherfuckers. You know how much fucking boxes of pizza he's dreaming about when he get that check? For 500 pounds. How can you even walk? He ain't cracked nothing. You ain't seen no blood, no gravy, no roux. You know the roux, you know the gumbo, the roux, the rocks, the roux. No gravy poured out the nigga leg, no nothing. I ain't gonna hold you. Been in there for 2 hours. I know that shit stinks, son. Oh, Lord. Look, man, I've been here long enough. Hopefully y'all tuned in. Please make sure y'all share, like, and subscribe, man. Please share, like, and subscribe. I appreciate y'all. I'm Ghost. Peace, bitches.
Every child deserves to know their story. Introducing Little Hands, Big Legacy, Foundational Black American Greatness, a powerful coloring book created to introduce young children to the incredible legacy of foundational Black Americans. Through engaging, easy-to-color illustrations, children explore themes of community, invention, faith, music, justice, entrepreneurship, and courage, the very contributions that helped shape this nation. Designed for ages 3 to 5, this book plants seeds of pride, confidence, and cultural awareness in young minds, reminding our children that their story begins with strength. Created by Mike Larry, Little Hands. Big Legacy is more than a coloring book. It's an early foundation of identity and pride for the next generation. You can get your copy today on Amazon. Just type Little Hands, Big Legacy by Mike Larry. And remember, support our legacy. The link is in the description box, because when our children learn their legacy early, their future becomes even greater.